Hi Saggy, welcome to your June reading. This is for Summer Rising Venus. Check out your other placements for additional messages. As this is a general reading, messages may or may not apply. Just pick what resonates and leave what doesn't for the next person. I can be picking up on someone around you or someone you could be dealing with, so you might have to swap the roles. If this reading doesn't resonate right away, it may be something that happens down the line. And if you'd like, you can always keep this in your back pocket or come back at a later time. We're going to take a look and see what messages need to come through for you guys for the upcoming month. See what you guys could be currently dealing with or what you can expect for June 2021. Get some insight, wisdom, guidance, and overall see what's going on for Saggy, Summer Rising Venus. I hope you guys are doing well. If you guys are interested, you can check out my Instagram at Weatherstone Tarot. And if you guys notice that I sound a little bit differently, it's because Mercury retrograde has been playing some sick tricks on me, okay? My microphone isn't working. I plugged it in. Never did anything differently. Never changed anything. Never did anything. But it doesn't work for some reason. I've been trying to figure out if there's a fix, but I don't think there is. I think it's just doomed. So I'm going to hold off from buying any new microphone until Mercury goes direct, okay? And it's been messing with other things. It was messing with our coffee machine, our coffee pot, as well as the grinder for the coffee beans. And it's just like, oh my god, like, Mercury, what you doing here? Messing with appliances and electronics. My laptop's been crashing and acting slow. I'm like, oh boy. So, wow, we just had a card explosion, and this card actually flew out before the elephant. Let's just go with the cards that came out for you guys. We have the dragonfly as well as the oyster, and there's a card on the floor. Let me see if I can get to it. Okay, got it. What do we have here? The mouse. Okay. Oh, my little blanket fell down for a little support, a little cushion, you know? All right, so I apologize. I hope the sound is okay. Cross my fingers it's okay, hoping that it's at least decent or something, but we're just gonna make do for the meantime. So we have the elephant, dragonfly, oyster, and mouse. You guys get quite a few extra, but that's all good. So let's talk about this. We got fire energy out here, we got air, water, and earth. Wow, we got all the elements. You guys are in alignment, you guys are in control, you guys are grounded, you guys are kind of like magician energy. You got all the tools in front of you. What are you going to create? It's up to you. You may need to look at the bigger picture though. With the mouse. With the mouse, this requires you guys in the month of June to be much more organized, planning carefully, making notes, making lists, checking it twice, organization, decluttering your space, cleaning out the garage. I don't know, it just came to mind, okay? Or like, you know, the storage room, or, you know, just really making space and getting rid of empty bottles, or like cleaning up and making things more spacious. And I'm just getting a lot about like the home. We are heading into Cancerian season, and Cancer rules the 4th house, and the 4th house rules the home life, so that might be kind of coming at play. Or for those that have strong Cancerian placements in your chart, you may also really be feeling like, I need a clean home, I need to declutter, I need to do some cleaning, I need to throw some things out. Definitely do that. Now, the mouse also talks about needing to look at the bigger picture. There is a bit of nervousness that you guys are feeling, or a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of stress. There's something on your mind, but at the same time, you may not be seeing things very clearly, and that kind of ties in with the dragonfly. There's a situation, could be an emotional situation, could be about a relationship or about your feelings or something, but it's like you're not really seeing all sides of a scenario here, or about a situation. Like, there's another way you can view something. There's a different perspective that you might be gaining in the month of June, but maybe this is about you guys being more analytical than emotional. Some of you have been allowing your emotions to rule you, or feeling impulsive and reacting impulsively and speaking from an impulsive way, and just like not really thinking, just reacting. And I think it's important for you guys to really be mindful, to think before you speak, to you know, not like filter, but like not sugarcoating or shrinking yourself to be smaller than you actually are. Like, staying your authentic self, but filtering through what's the truth and what isn't. Or like, you know, saying something but you don't actually really mean it. Like, just being mindful not to do those kind of things, otherwise it may end up in like sticky situations. Just kind of getting that as an example. But there is, overall, generally speaking, there is a theme coming up about you guys need to look at the bigger picture and look at things from a different perspective. Kind of hangman energy. Wouldn't be surprised if we see that card come out in this reading, but maybe it won't. But just being open to other points of view, being open to listening to other people's perspectives, you know, let's just say in arguments, and you and a person, you and your partner, you and a friend, you and a family member, whatever, you get into an argument with someone and you guys could be butting heads. Being open to hearing and actually listening their side and how they feel, and vice versa. They need to listen to how you feel and your perspective. And yeah, hearing one thing, but are you actually listening? Right? Listening to more than just the words. Remaining open-minded. Looking at a bigger picture. Because sometimes we can focus on details, itty-bitty details that maybe don't matter so much or have little significance. But then we can get easily wrapped up about or make that and as an excuse, and then we block ourselves or we hold ourselves back, or we allow our fears or our nerves to prevent us from growing or moving because we're afraid to open up, which literally the oyster talks about, fearful of expressing, fearful of exposing the most truest, honest, vulnerable parts of yourself, putting yourself out there for judgment, for what others may think of you, or what if this and what if that. Like, you know, there's a lot of nervousness. There's like this kind of clammy feeling when it comes to vulnerability, when it comes to facing your fears. It's scary. But when you do that, you're actually rewarded for facing your fears and stepping out of your comfort zone and giving something a chance. Even if it doesn't work out in your favor or works out completely different than you imagined or expected. But like, giving something a fair shot. Because if you remain closed off, you will never know, and you'll always wonder what if for the rest of your life. Do you want that? Maybe. I don't know, I'm not you. But the oyster talks about you guys needing to come out of your shell. See? Cancerian energy. Some of you have some strong Cancerian placements in your chart. But needing to open up. Open up. Open up your heart. You don't have to be so uptight or have your walls up. Not everybody's out to get you. Trust your intuition. Trust your gut. It's almost like you've been blocking yourself from something amazing. Or you've been allowing your fears to really hold you back or get in the way of something that you want. But you're afraid of, you know, dropping it. You want it, but at the same time there's a fear because it's like so fragile. Like, what if I break it? What if I ruin it? What if this? What if that? What if I just fail? Well, you don't know unless you try. And a fail, it's not a fail. It's an opportunity for you to learn, to grow, to evolve. And so it's really, I think June is about you guys overcoming these blockages, these fears, these mindsets, these beliefs, these worries, things that scare you. You guys are really being pushed through that to overcome these blocks, elephant energy. So even though there might be some temporary delays, temporary setbacks, blame it on the retrogrades. We are in retrograde season, right? We have Pluto retrograding, we have Saturn retrograde, we have Mercury retrograding. In the end of June, we have Jupiter retrograding, and I think Uranus is retrograding, or Neptune, one of the planets. I'll have it somewhere on the screen because I really don't remember right now, so don't quote me. But we have a lot of retrograde energy at play. Now, retrogrades aren't bad. There are opportunities for us to sit, to reevaluate, to look at things that aren't working, to make tweaks and adjustments, to come up with plans about where we're heading in the future. So this is a really good time to look at where we are and if we've been putting any blockages in our own paths and how we can overcome them, how we can work through these things, right? Also, the intuition's being highlighted here. The third eye, trusting your gut. You are being guided on this journey. And sometimes things happen in a divinely manner where we may be blocked, but it actually happens for a reason. to push us in a different direction, or to push us down a path that's more suited towards us, or has a better outcome, or something like that, or like some kind of blessing, right? And the elephant and both the oyster talk about blessings and good fortune and really good things that are yet to come. Okay, so I am really getting like magician energy from this. You have all the tools in front of you. You got the kitchen, all the ingredients. So what are you going to create? What are you going to cook up? It's up to you. You can either just stand there and look at it and do nothing and just kind of think and contemplate, procrastinate and wonder, what am I going to do? Or you can just get messy and get creative and fun and let loose and just wing it. But like kind of with a plan, okay? Plan a little bit. Especially with all this retrograde energy. We're in Mercury retrograde. They always say it's not always the best time to start things. But, you know, take your time. There's no rush. Enjoy every step of this journey. It's going to be very exciting. It's just, yeah, I just really am feeling like you guys are going to be pushed out of your comfort zone, or you're really needing to push through this tiny little mouse energy and become a bat, right? Mouse with wings. Transform, okay? And open up and breaking open your shell and showing who you really are. And that might just be very terrifying, but I mean, elephant and the mouse. These are completely opposite energies. We got this tiny itty bitty little mouse, and then we have this big, strong elephant. I think you guys are going through some sort of transformation. But it's a good one. This is an interesting reading. Sag, but I'm liking it so far. Alright, let's pull some tarot messages and see what's happening. For Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the month of June 2021. Oh yeah, and on top of all that retrograde energy, whoa, what the fuck was that? On top of all that retrograde energy, we have the eclipse season, right? We just had, we didn't just have, it was a couple weeks ago. We had the lunar eclipse in your sign, Sag, and now we have the solar eclipse coming up in just a couple days in Gemini. I think it's the 10th, 11th, depending on time zones. So, very important times coming up. Just know that. Anyways, messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for June 2021. What messages do my Saggies need for the month coming up? What's going on with Saggy for the month of June 2021? Any messages for Saggy, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of June 2021? What's going on for my Saggies, please? In June. Any messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of June? Okay, the deck doesn't want to shuffle anymore, so let's get right into it. Messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We have the Ace of Wands. A new beginning. Off to a strong start. Messages for Saggy, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of June. King of Cups reversed. This is kind of similar to Leo's. They had the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Cups reversed. See, there's a bit of like, already off the bat, there's a bit of an emotional imbalance. Again, needing to express yourself. Some of you have really been holding yourselves back, or biting your tongue, or shrinking yourselves, making yourself smaller than you actually are. Some of you have been ignoring your intuition. Let's see. Messages for Saggy, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Whoa, that flew. We have the Seven of Cups. You have many options. It's almost like you're getting overwhelmed with all the possibilities of where your life could go, or what paths you could go down, or what options you have, and what if I choose this, but what if this? Okay, what if I go down this road, but what if this or that? Just like getting really in your head, almost like overthinking. You have many, many options, but you don't know what to choose. It's like you're looking, it's almost like, I can say this because a couple of weeks ago, we went and got, sorry about that, alarm just cut off my audio, my recording. Anyways, we went and got flowers for our garden like a week ago or something like that. And, you know, I'm trying to find the best flowers that are already kind of like bigger and grown more. So I'm just kind of seeing that here. It's like, okay, which cup has the most fruits on it? Which cup is the most like, which cup's the best? That's kind of what's going on here. You guys are like looking at your options. You're like, which one is the best? What one's going to be the most fulfilling? What one's going to be the most long term? What one's going to bring me the most stability, the most this, the most that. Like, but at the same time, you're kind of getting overwhelmed, and you might even be ignoring your intuition when it comes to this new idea. You might just have a lot on your plate. Messages for, oh my god, Ace of Swords. Okay, this card came out in Leo's read too. Some of you may have Leo in your chart. Ace of Swords. I kind of want to pull one more for you guys. Messages for Saggy, Somewhere Nice to Venus for the month of June 2021. Any other messages for Saggy? Thank you. Oh my god, Six of Swords. This card came out for Leo as well. That's wild. Bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Swords, Three of Cups, and the Nine of Swords. There we go. I was saying that. You guys are in your head. You guys are overcomplicating things, making things much more difficult than it needs to be. You guys are like way too focused on like way down the line, like a year from now. Well, what am I going to do when this happens, or if this happens, or what? You got to be in the present moment. You guys are really needing to ground yourselves. But the thing is, with the animal spirit cards that came out, like I said, we have all the elements, but your earth element is the mouse. And the mouse is like, again, this very nervous, nitpicky, worrisome, what if this, what if that, thinking like the world is so big and the possibilities are endless. And what am I going to do? And how am I going to get there? I'm just a tiny little mouse. But like, you're not just a tiny little mouse, you know? But there is like all these fears and worries that things won't work, but they will. Or like you're just wondering, well, how is it going to? How will I ever get there? And not really, believe in the impossible, Sag. Believe in the impossible is what I feel called to tell you. Believe in the impossible. I know I'm repeating myself, but you guys may end up blocking yourselves if you allow these fears to override you. You could easily become blocked, right? And that's that elephant energy. This talks about blockages. You can overcome them though if you push through it. You can also allow these fears to hold you back and you just stay stuck in your tracks and you don't move and you just sit down. You're like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna wait. And then you wait, and then you wait, and then you wait, and you wait, and you miss out on opportunities that are right in front of you, but you're like, oh, but what if it's not meant for me? But like, it's right there. But are you going to walk through those doors? Just think about it. All right? You're I say think about it. You guys are overthinking. It's more like you guys are needing to get in tune with your heart, get in tune with your intuition, because it's almost like you guys are being way too analytical about an emotional situation, or about not even emotional situation, but like what your heart wants. Like obviously use your logic, right? Don't just be blindsided and make impulsive decisions based off temporary feelings. Like don't, have a good balance. You guys are like, it's either too far left or too far right. You need to find the middle ground. Way too emotional, way too analytical. You need to find the middle ground. All right, combine it. Okay, like I don't know why I'm doing this, but like I think also really learning to calm the mind, practicing meditation more and getting out into nature, being around your elements, right? Having a little fire if you can, or lighting some candles around you, and just really getting in tune with the present moment. Because you guys, it almost seems like a lot of you are way too worried about the future, but you're forgetting that the future is determined by your actions you take right here, right now, right? So next time you catch yourself worried about the future, ask yourself, well, what am I doing in this moment to make sure that this doesn't happen, or make sure that this will happen, or like, what are you doing to create your future, right? Anyway, so that Nine of Swords, right? You guys a little bit in your head, or quite a lot actually. For some of you, you're really struggling, and that's, we got a lot of intense energy going on here. It's understandable. But to get grounded and to, remember what you know. Remember the lessons you've gone through. Remember the experiences that you gained. And even if something doesn't work out in your favor, even if you fail, even if you fall, it's not a failure, wrong words. But if you fall, you can get back up. You fall, you get back up. You pick yourself back up and you get stronger each time. It's like riding a bicycle, right? When we learned to ride the bicycle, we got the training wheels on. And then we take them off and it's a little bit more challenging, but we still try. And yeah, we may fall a couple times, but we get better and better and we get more balance, right? Riding a bicycle requires balance. So just remember that. You need a good balance in your life. But then we have the Three of Cups. There's support around you. You have your friends, your family, your partner. You have so much love around you. And it looks like in the near future, or if you push through these fears and you actually really learn to calm the mind, Four of Swords, right? Learning to go inward, learning to connect with your own inner guidance and to trust yourself and your own abilities. There's going to be so much to celebrate, and you are so supported by those around you, those that love and care for you. They want you to succeed. They want you to fly forward. They want you to, go achieve. You can. You really can. If only you could see what others see in you. Like, some of you have really been doubting yourselves or, not believing in yourselves. This is something you're going to have to work through, but you will. You're capable of doing that. So you're overcoming that this month. You're working more on your confidence. You're working more on, the connection you even have with yourself, right? Because, again, like I said at the very beginning of the reading, King of Cups reversed, there's kind of been, a disconnect with your intuition, with your spirituality, with your higher self, I already said intuition. Also a bit of, neglecting your emotional needs. Holding yourself back, biting your tongue, suppressing feelings, emotions that if you feel sad, if you feel like you gotta cry, just cry. You don't have to have a reason. Just release. This is an important time to release the unnecessary, to declutter. Physically declutter, emotionally declutter. Why am I doing all these hand movements? But seriously, it's time for you guys to just let go of whatever is not serving you or whatever's been bottling up within you. Just let it go. Let it go. Feel it. Embrace it. Do what you gotta do to release it. You're gonna feel much more lighter when you do. Sometimes you just gotta open up to those feelings. And sometimes it's scary. But when you do so, it opens up a new door for you. And it may just lead to a breakthrough. Okay? Yeah, so, back to that Seven of Cups, right? All these options, all the possibilities of what could I do? What if I go down this road? And looking at all your options of what things could be, weighing out your options, trying to find the best for you. Well, Ace of Swords. There's that breakthrough. A new perspective. Thank goodness. That breakthrough, like I said, cutting out the unnecessary. The distractions, calming the mind, being able to actually hear, right? We go from the Nine of Swords way up in your head to the Ace of Swords. I know exactly what I want. Beautiful. Knowing exactly what you want, and then Six of Swords, moving towards it. See, so you really just need to get clear with your intentions, get clear with the seeds you want to plant, recognize whatever it is that you want, it is possible. You just need to believe in the impossible. You actually got to put in the effort too. You got some new stuff coming your way, Sag. Something that will bring a lot of passion, a lot of excitement, a lot of fulfillment in your life. But you have to choose what it is that you want and then stick to it and commit to it and put the effort in. And it's not always going to be easy, right? There's going to be setbacks, days where you don't feel motivated, days where it's a struggle. I mean, shit, you guys, we're living through a pandemic. It's hard to stay motivated when the same day feels like Groundhog Day, It's not been the easiest year and a half, going on 2 years for a lot of us, right? We are all in this together, though. So just remember that. But really just need to commit to yourself. This reading is kind of similar to Leo's. A little bit differently, but overall, generally, looking at the bigger picture, is kind of similar. Let me see. Is there anything else that I'm missing from this? Definitely take the time out to rest, nurture yourself, to take time to get plenty of sleep, taking care of your wellness, exercising more, and just making sure your nutrition is good and you're eating plenty of vitamins and things like having foods with plenty of vitamins. You guys, my words are back messed up. Oh my God. Please. Learning to calm the mind, as well as applying wisdom from past experiences, the knowledge that you've gained, applying that. Lowering down your options and sticking to something, committing to it, because there's a little bit of flakiness. Start, stop, and you're needing, if you do that, how are you going to get anything done? right? You're needing to commit and give your full 100% effort into whatever it is that you're moving towards, whatever it is that you're trying to get off the ground, working on the connection with yourself. And with that Ace of Wands is like, again, that new idea, that passion. There's new starts here, Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands. And you have many, many options. But it can get a little bit overwhelming. Just don't bite off more than you can chew. Simple as that. Don't put all this food on your plate if you can only eat this much, right? Just know what's enough for you. You know? Or what if you get what I'm saying? My words are a little bit weird, you guys. I am getting a little bit hungry, though. It's a little distracting. I feel my stomach is growling. So I just got the hungries, you know. Not the hangries. I ain't hangry. I ain't angry. I'm just hungry. Okay. Oh, my God. Okay. I just feel kind of like... What time are we at? Because okay, I think we're at a good time. So yeah, that's basically your reading. Looking at the bigger picture, organizing, decluttering, putting yourself out there, taking the risk, taking the gamble, and breaking through these fears and limitations that you've been putting on yourself. Okay? You got some really exciting things that are yet to come. Your future, nothing's set in stone yet. Just know if this doesn't work or you're not happy with it, you can always turn around and try something else. You take up that job opportunity, you don't like it, you can always quit. You know, there's always a way out. You don't like that relationship you're in, you gave them a chance and it's not what you thought, or it's just not, you're not feeling it, and it's okay. You can leave, you can end it. Like, you know, it's all good, you guys. It's all good. So, time to take a deep breath, let it out, calm the mind, get with your loved ones, as well as spend some time alone. You're good. Let's wrap this up with some Tikashi messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for June 2021. Any Tikashi messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for June 2021 regarding this reading? What Tikashi messages do my Sagittarians need to hear? No extra messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for June 2021. Okay. Tikashi messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of June regarding this reading. Any Tikashi messages? We have inspiration. We also have integrity. And, creativity. Woo! See, and that so ties in with the Ace of Wands. Inspiration and creativity. It's time to create. It's time to get messy. It's time to get your hands in it, dirty, and have fun. Okay, so inspiration. The river of knowing allows every possibility to be open to you. Allow yourself to tap into this vastness. Be inspired by the beauty that surrounds you. Be inspired to open yourself to the riches the world has to offer. And any moment you can allow inspirational thinking to set you free. Which moment will you choose? Integrity. It is time to define your truth and work with sincerity and honor. Allow the unity of body, mind, and spirit to guide you in the feeling of wholeness. You need not compromise your beliefs nor thrust them upon others, but retain a balance from within you. Love who you are and be proud of you. Literally what I was saying. You guys need to balance yourselves. You've been overly emotional, overly logical, either or. Find the middle ground. Balance. Ground yourselves, okay? Creativity. You are the creator of your universe. That magician energy. You can create, manifest anything. Do not limit what you think you can do, because you can do anything. Without judgments, you can lovingly acknowledge what you create, which will open the flow for greater creations. Be open to new ideas. Let your artistic expression flow. Allow your inspiration to guide you to new heights. Aw, this was such a nice reading, Sag. I just like, why am I clapping? Anyway, Sag, so my throat is like dry all of a sudden. Oh my god. That was a really good reading. I hope you guys found this helpful or insightful. If you did, let me know in the comments below, as well as leave a like, subscribe. You can turn on the bell so that you are notified when I upload, as well as if you guys are interested, you can check me out on Instagram at Jadestone Tarot. And with that being said, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care.